Hola, chicos, and welcome to Southern California, where tonight's MLS Next Pro match goes far deeper than a meeting of two of the top 6 teams in the Western Conference standings. Sure, Ventura County FC and LAFC2 enter match week 20 in glorious gridlock in the table, tied on 29 points. We approach the final. It's their first days in the academy. Every player wears the colors.
Yeah, I got 983-312. Pounds, yeah. Yeah, we can hear you guys. Red Hat, you're good. Yeah, we can hear you guys. Just go mute for me, and then if something happens, unmute. Tell us about the sub. Hey, what's up? Go mute for us, and then when something happens, just unmute, tell them the sub, and then mute again, okay? Thanks, man.
In Next Pro, we go with El Trafichico, the rivalry between the two biggest clubs in our nation's second biggest city. It all starts in the academy, and this game is a showcase of the very best talents that the City of Angels has to offer. Ventura County in blue, LAFC in white. My name is Parker Johnson. So happy that you've joined us here in Thousand Oaks at William Rollins Stadium for the 11th edition of the SoCal Classico here in MLS Next Pro on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball, where you can find us all season long. We mentioned off the top, two teams tied in the standings heading into today's match, 29 points apiece, but Ventura County has played one more game than LAFC. After this, they will have just 10 games left this season. Pretty crazy to think about as we start to approach that month of August, where a lot of things will start to turn. It's been topsy-turvy as far as the rosters go this year for Ventura County, and talking to head coach Matt Taylor, he made that very clear. He said this has been a year like no other. You also have to consider the break that the first team took for the World Cup, and since they have come back, they've required second team players to help with their mini preseason, which was definitely a new experience. Needing players for that, and then the injuries they've dealt with. They've got some guys going off to play college soccer soon, and so that has led to a very young Ventura County group, one that is doing all the defending here in the early stages. Had to grow through some inconsistencies, but Matt Taylor said he has been so proud of his squad. He said they have all come in with such a great mentality, and the young guys who, some of them have had games where they only trained once or twice with the second team before getting thrown into their first professional action. Some of them becoming key pieces and regulars in the lineup. And the Galaxy are better for it. Now finally a chance for Ventura County to get their foot on the ball a little bit, but it's great pressure from Sandoval's men. LAFC 2 keeping that high line, starting this game aggressive. Really a change in terms of what we saw the first time they met at Wilkinson Stadium on the campus of USC, a home game for LAFC 2, where Ventura County came out from kickoff and dominated the proceedings through first 45 minutes. They only got one goal to show for it, though, at halftime. And Matt Taylor regretted the fact that they didn't get a second, because it was 3 unanswered goals in the second half for LAFC to turn that match around. Clear emphasis here from the visitors that they need to start with more intensity. They need to push a little higher up the field defensively and get their press up in the face of Ventura County to make life difficult for them, the way they did in the second half of that come-from-behind victory. Now it's on Ventura County to respond to that. On the ball, Placias with the hold-up play. He drops it back there to Delgado. Crossfield pass. And there's Magana sliding in. We saw him in the pregame graphic listed as a holding midfielder alongside Brett Fan, number 90 for Ventura County. Typically see Magana lined up as a center back in the back three that Matt Taylor likes to employ, but again, players in and out of the lineup. A midfielder today who typically starts but is not in the squad is Gabriel Arnold for VCFC, and it looks like that's the spot that Magana is filling. Looking up against the midfield three and the 4-3-3 shape. Very well defined within this LAFC2 team. Played forward, looking for Eric Preston, who tries to beat his man towards the end line, but he stood up well there as Joshua Santiago does the defending for LAFC2. Preston getting back into starting shape. He came on as a sub in their last match against Vancouver, rather. Played the last 25 minutes of that one. It was a 3-2 defeat for Ventura County. Now picked up by Vinny Garcia, the 16-year-old, right at the top of the box. Takes a little bit of contact. No whistle from the referee. Had to see a foul through 5 minutes of play. Great crowd as usual here at William Rollins Stadium on the campus of Cal Lutheran. Fans are out and active for what is always one of the most important games of the season. Since Ventura County joined MLS Next Pro, and the LA Galaxy's second team moved out of USL Championship in 2023, LAFC holds a 6-2-2 advantage in the series, But both of those wins for Ventura County have come at home. Most recently last season, a 2-1 scoreline here at William Rollins Stadium. So they are much better at home against LAFC 2. Here is the physical Placias. It's a ball in from Mason Vanny. Nobody home inside the 18-yard box for Ventura County to attack it. Little change of shape that we're seeing from Ventura County, more of a 4-2-3-1 look, will definitely free Mason Vanny up on that far side. In attack, it'll give a lot more freedom to him. He usually plays as more of a right wing back or a full-on right back. For him, and especially for Vinny Garcia, number 45, in that pocket underneath the striker, those two will have a lot more freedom than they typically do with the setup that Matt Taylor has gone with today. Christian Diaz, his 5th start of the season for LAFC 2. Starting 50 matches across his first 3 seasons in MLS Next Pro. Liam Lambert getting in touch with Carlo Guerra. Knocked into the channel. Mahalik working against Sebastian Hernandez. Mahalik swerves back and keeps possession for LAFC 2. There's a pair of teams that rank inside the top 5 in MLS Next Pro in average possession. LAFC 2, 53.9% on the season. That is 5th. And Ventura County, 57%, which ranks 2nd in MLS Next Pro. As we get our first foul of the contest, whistled by our head official, Ilorm Atisu. The two teams that really like to keep the ball. That was an emphasis for Fabian Sandoval. He said that he knows how Ventura County want to play. Extreme high possession style. They like to knock it around the back, but they aren't afraid to go long either. Ventura County does average over 30 long balls completed per match, which ranks 3rd in the league. So it's short passes to draw you in and then to knock it over. So discipline in the press, very important for LAFC 2. Sandoval started barking out some orders down below us on the near touchline. Rindov, first team center back, getting some minutes back in his legs. He was on the bench last night for El Tráfico. That's a hard back pass, but well dealt with by LAFC. Cabral Carter ready with his feet. And down goes Mahalik. 10 minutes in, yet to see a shot from either team, but pleasure to have your company here on MLSNextPro.com and the OneFootball app. And one of the finest rivalry matchups in MLS Next Pro. Two teams tied in the standing coming into today, both in playoff position. Trying to solidify that case as we move into the final stages of the season. Magana's header back, and another. Enough just about to get it back to Sebastian Conlin, the 6'3" Virginia native who has come cross-country to start his professional career. 3rd round draft pick this year out of the University of Kentucky. He's and one of the busiest goalkeepers in MLS Next Pro this season. 4.3 saves per game, leads the league. Kike Hernandez on the ball. One of the top 10 prospects in the LA Galaxy Academy, born to the U.S. Soccer Collective last year. Guerra plays it out to Ernesto Rodriguez. Step over, byline. It knocks back off of the LAFC attacker and out for a goal kick. But the first time that the visitors have gotten inside the penalty area. A decent chance for Ernesto Rodriguez. He's a guy who has made it the hard way. Proved himself as a goal scorer at Oxnard College in the community college system here in LA. 27 goals in 2 seasons, and that was enough to catch the eye of LAFC2, signed him to a pro contract. He's only returned 1 goal, no assists in his 14 appearances coming into today. He's tied for 2nd in the league, though, with 6 yellow cards. Searching through ball. Won't find Kosikov. Magana drawing in the pressure. Comfortable with bodies collapsing. Off the right, Hernandez. There's late contact, but LAFC allowed to continue. Mahalik can turn and face goal. He's got Rindolph squared up, goes to his left. Low save out of Conlon. Behind for a corner. The first of the match for LAFC. Mahalik opting to take it on his left. It was a powerful drive at the near post. Testing Conlon and setting up this set piece opportunity. Look towards the back stick. Nobody within 5 yards of where it dropped. Preston with the pressure. It falls to Vinny Garcia. Low cross. Just outside the 6. Dug out on the backside by Delgado. Dove allowed to walk it up as LAFC gauge their pressure. Conlon walking right into it, blasting it long where VCFC have some numbers. Watch out in the crowd there. Shoulder flick. Nonchalant from LAFC trying to get out of their own ends. This game really residing between the boxes through the first 20 minutes. VCFC brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American-owned franchisee, McMorrow Family Restaurants Group, over 48 locations in Southern California. McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. Lambert unable to keep it in play. A bit of a slip from Fan, but no worries as VCFC get it out to Preston. And the pressure arrives from Ernesto Rodriguez. You can see that LAFC don't want to step on every single pass. And VCFC knock it around the back. But once they go, they pressure hard and they go as a team. Christian Diaz chasing back. Not calmly to his goalkeeper, Cabral Carter. 22-year-old's homegrown signing. Started 19 matches last year for the second team. Shoved through the back. Very well disguised by Skylar Kaplan. LAFC had some moments on the ball early, but over the last 10 minutes or so, in Ventura County with the majority of possession, we get to craft a shot on goal. Two teams very much feeling each other out in the opening stages. LAFC throughout the season has not been a team that has performed very well on the road. Just one win out of their 7 matches away from home. Taken 3 to penalty shootouts. Meanwhile, Ventura County at home, 5-2-2 mark. Very strong record. You can hear from the fans behind us exactly where that advantage comes from. Rodriguez gets past his man. Contact from behind and waved away by Alor Matisu. He will not be giving a penalty for that. Well, it looked clear as day from my perspective. There was a clip on the heels of Ernesto Rodriguez. Whether he was going to continue and get to that ball, keep possession, might complicate the matter, but contact was there. He the one who initiated it. Not enough to create the first major opportunity of the game in the eyes of Atisu. And now Ventura County come the other way. Swung in low. Delgado at the edge of the area. Takes his chances and rifles it off the knee of Rodriguez, who has a glare at the official. Fan is the short option for Garcia. It's like conflicting signals from Isu and the assistant referee on the far side, but overruled by the referee, and it will be another corner for Ventura County. Swung in with some whip, back post, battle for the ball. Placias tucks it in. A goal made with grit as Julian Placias breaks the deadlock for Ventura County. Four goals, 4 assists in his last 6 appearances. Ventura County's talisman is at it again. He wrestles his man to the ground. He keeps his eye on the ball. It just pokes it through opportunistically. That is a striker's goal if I've ever seen one. And maybe just what this game needed. A moment to crack it all open. That sequence had just the second shot of the entire game for Ventura County, and then it was the follow-up that gave Placias the chance to score. His 7th goal of the season, which moves him into a tie with Dylan Vanny for the team lead. A massive, massive moment in the 25th minute of play. That ball was touched on by the referee as it reached its target. So this is whistled back. And it will be given back to LAFC, but frustrating nonetheless for the visitors as they tried to go for a quick response. VCFC is powered by Ventura County Credit Union. Ventura County's trusted member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first service since 1950. Bringing VCFC to all local communities as their official credit union partner and jersey sponsor. Magana takes over, rolls it through, looking for Palacios, the goal scorer. It will be the forward who is whistled for the foul against Christian Diaz. Looks like there was some pushing going both ways. The referee will have a word with the two players and hold up this free kick. Trying to keep a lid on what is often an emotional contest. Had a great conversation with Matt Taylor about the goal scorer Palacios this week. Player who started in the LA Galaxy Academy and then took his chances. He tried his luck in USL with North Carolina FC and then made his way to Europe before bouncing back and coming back to the second team. But he's got eyes on first team football as Nava breaks into the box for LAFC. Palacios, since his return, there's been some ups and downs. Had a real tough stretch at the beginning of the season. Matt Taylor sat him down and you could tell he was in his head a little bit, missing big chances, overthinking things, missing passes. As the pressure mounted to try to get himself on the score sheet, he sat down and he outlined exactly what he wants from Palacios in every phase of the game. His scoring, his distribution, his pressing, his hold-up play. And he said that he felt that really cleared things up for him, getting closer to the player that they want to see. He's found those goal contributions, as I mentioned, now 4 goals, 4 assists in his last 6 appearances. But there's still more to come, and that's what excites Taylor. That's what gives him the reason to believe that this could be a first-team prospect for LA Galaxy, is that he's still leaving chances on the table. Could have had a few more last time out against Portland. Only ended up with an assist. Could have more here, too. He's played in by Preston. Cuts it back to him. Preston with open net. Right home. 2 in 5 minutes for Ventura County. Eric Preston scores the second, his 3rd of the season, and a commanding lead at home in El Trafichico. Preston does all the work to start off this transition opportunity. Great vision from Palacios to play him back through. And with the rebound spilled, all he had to do was tap it in. Back in the starting lineup and back on the score sheet. He now has a goal and an assist in his 2 matchups against their crosstown rivals this season. An 18-year-old pro. Second year here with the second team out of the academy. And he has made such a bright mark. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ombi Mobile, featuring premium 5G, unlimited talk and text, and exclusive access to the Ombi Club, where you can earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at ombimobile.com. A 2-0 lead provided by Placias and Preston. Goals 5 minutes apart for Ventura County. They take a commanding lead in the SoCal Clasico. Second of 3 meetings this season against LAFC, and the only one here in front of the fans in the 805. Ventura County making it count so far, but, and this is a big but, halftime performances have meant very little this season for either of these two teams. You remember last time, Ventura County dominating the first half against LAFC. They didn't find a second goal in that match, but with a 1-0 lead at halftime, they conceded 3 straight goals in the second half, and LAFC claimed the victory. It happened again in their last match against Vancouver Whitecaps 2, as Ventura County scored first, then allowed 3 in a row. And so no matter which phase of the season you look at, leads have not always been safe for this very young group with VCFC. LAFC likewise know how to pull off a comeback, and it's Garcia again, picking it up, edge of the area, plays in Preston. Deflection is a friendly one for Santiago. Lambert trying to move it the other way. Hollick been very quiet. Unruly shot at the near post of Conlon. Nava darts forward into the half space. Is it back to Mahalik? Guerra. Shooting from range. AFC trying desperately to wake up. Started really brightly inside the first 5 minutes or so, but Ventura County was able to weather the storm, and really felt like the turning point was that no call on the penalty. You'll remember just a few minutes before Ventura County's first goal, Mr. Rodriguez making his way into the penalty area for LAFC. Took a little bit of contact from behind as he went in on goal, and no penalty kick was given. That was a real sliding doors moment where it could have gone to 1-0 had the referee made a different decision. All of a sudden, ECFC got their first, and quickly thereafter tacked on a second. This looks like a real response from LAFC too. Holding possession in the attacking half, getting into some of their rotations. Lambert inside, maybe wanted Kosikov to turn with it. Instead he tried to knock it around the corner. He's giving it right back to Preston. Eric Preston zooming away. His pass gets away from Garcia. Magana back over to Preston. Cabral Carter in goal for LAFC 2. Definitely be thinking about those 2 moments. He gave up the rebound on that second one for Preston after saving his initial effort. And just a complete scramble at the back post on the first. Hard to say he could have done more, but he was left searching for the ball. And it wasn't the most explosive of finishes. He'll be disappointed at the defending inside the box on both goals. Corner now, though, for LAFC 2. trying to grab a lifeline before halftime. One hand up from Lambert. Sends it in low. And Preston with a skewed clearance, but enough to expel the immediate danger. Lambert lofts. Hollick arriving at the back post. Nava. Kaplan's cross too close to Conlon. Bagania caught on it. Cleaned up, though, by his midfield partner, Fan. The former who is playing outside of his normal position. Very capable in midfield, but typically a center back. Here he is again, knocking it back off to Arindov. Stark difference from last night when the traveling LAFC fans were the only ones singing at Dignity Health Park as they brought home a 3-0 victory against LA Galaxy. But it's the home fans having a party here in Thousand Oaks on this beautiful Saturday evening. 78 degrees at kickoff. A glorious night in Southern California. Nutmeg pass. Reaches back to Rodriguez. Necessary header there from Hernandez at the back post. Ernesto Rodriguez has been the liveliest attacker for LAFC2. Free header inside the box. It was Lambert. The last man you'd expect to pop up in that space. Good delivery from Sebastian Nava. Picks out the early cross, and he wandered his way between the center backs there, Lambert. Slight in stature, but the 18-year-olds, Cal Poly commit, getting up for the header. It's the best look that LAFC's had in quite some time. Momentum building. Shot, edge of the box, handled cleanly by Sebastian Conlon. That was Kosakov's first look. He's a player they need to get going, LAFC. Kosakov coming off a season where he won the national championship with the University of Washington. College soccer last year. 17 goals, 11 assists across his career with the Huskies. And in 2025, 9 goals in USL League 2 as well, as Allard FC made it to the national finals. This guy is a goal scorer, and this guy is a winner. LAFC's done pretty well in the winning category so far this season. 7 wins, 29 points in the table, up for 6th in the West. But 3 goals so far for Kostikov, all coming in his last 6 appearances. Tries to heat up down the stretch. Delgado, the man who took the brunt of the contact, as the foul goes VCFC's way. Santiago got his boots tied up. I think it was an unlucky one. More than anything intentional, but won't make it sting any less for Riley Delgado. Another one of the homegrown signings in this VCFC team, along with Vicente Garcia. It's the 83rd appearance for Delgado in MLS Next Pro today. Guerra driving through the lines, goes for the long shot. It was a good block from Kike Martinez. Liam Lambert intercepted by Fan, knocked out to the far side. 1 minute plus stoppage time left in the first period. LAFC have been stonewalled so far. Couple of opportunistic goals from Ventura County. One on a goal line scramble, one on a quick transition in a game that has not offered much for chances either way. The home team has been far more clinical. They look to even the season series in El Trafichico. Diaz, hitting it with Eric Diaz, the latter born in Panama. Magana. Lacias, always the outlet, comes back to Vinny Garcia. Magana using those long legs to good advantage and winning it back quickly. Breaking through 2 tackles. He is hobbled, but he continues on. And now the foul comes from Garcia. Kisu eager to get to the scene first. Garcia has shown a real physical presence in this match. Playing a bit more centrally. He often comes in from the right wing in Ventura County's 3-4-3 base shape, and that is going to be a yellow card. Pretty clear one from the 16-year-old, but given the circumstance, given his players caught out of position, everybody up the field, a 2-0 lead just minutes from the half, an understandable foul, but one you're always going to get booked for. Sometimes in a game like this, That's what you need to protect that lead and make sure that you take it into the half. Ventura County trying to learn from their misdeeds the first time around against LAFC when they were unable to hang on to a 1-0 halftime advantage. Another minute and some change in our 3 minutes of stoppage time. Kosikov racing forward. Conlon dumps it back in the direction of Preston. Garcia stabbing in. See the direction there from Delgado. He wants one last fling forward for Ventura County. We approach the halftime break. Martinez swings his leg through it. Lacias forming the backboard so that they have to keep this in play momentarily. Throw coming for Ventura County. Maybe a few seconds left here, but they'll have to move quickly if they want to use it. Magana is there to perhaps try to launch a long throw. Up comes Rindolph. Up comes Martinez. Could they strike for a third? Floats in. Rindolph, nice flick. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Nice and secure for Cabral Carter. And that's enough to get LAFC to the break. Just 2 goals down. They came in the space of 5 minutes from Placias and from Preston as Ventura County take the 2-0 lead in the SoCal Clasico. Coming up in our halftime show, we look back on the opening of the new home in North Texas. We peek ahead to MLS All-Star Week and our first half highlights. All that and more when we return. Welcome back, everybody. What an opening weekend it was when North Texas SC opened up their new home. Let's revisit a fun night in Mansfield in this feature.
Like it, it's good.
What was the one thing that you liked the most? The field, the seats, the people?
The field.
What was your impression once you walked in and you saw this beautiful new stadium?
When I was driving here, I drove here with a teammate. He was on the phone, and I tapped his thigh. I was like, dude, look at this stadium just from the outside. It looks incredible, you know? And I think they picked a good location. Obviously, the town we're in now doesn't have a sports team, so this is going to be their their team to support, and I mean, it's probably the nicest second team stadium in the league now, so that's pretty cool.
It's a huge day for the club. First ever game at this stadium. It's been long in the making. What's going through your mind?
It's just amazing seeing people in the stands. I think it really comes down to our club, our philosophy, and our ownership. And we want to be pioneers in this sport, and we're setting the bar higher. This is absolutely amazing, and this stadium is beautiful. I mean, look around. We're feeling a lot of pride. Like, you're seeing people right now walking around wearing North Texas gear. The players come out the locker room, and there's about 100 people there cheering and coming out for warm-ups. This is going to elevate their game, their preparation, and ultimately it's going to elevate their development. But this is going to be great for the community of Mansfield, and we're building something really special here.
The action on the pitch versus St. Louis City SC2 did not disappoint. An inspired Ricky Lewis opened the score in the 53rd minute of play, followed by a right-footed shot from Caleb Swan almost 20 minutes later to make the score 2-0. But Ricky Lewis would complete his first professional brace in stoppage time to secure a 3-0 win for North Texas SC in front of nearly 6,000 fans.
Talk to me about the game and what it feels to get this first win on this first ever game here at the stadium.
Honestly, it's just magical. The history behind it, our coach was telling us from the start that this was the most important 3 points in our lives. The club has been working really hard for us to give us this type of stadium, so I felt like the team was just really excited, and we want to make the show and show why we're coming up.
Once you came into the stadium for the first time, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, coming in, I was very nervous. A lot of people. I was just saying, just focus on what you can do, focus on what you can do, and whatever the opportunity erupts, finish it. And I felt like I did.
We've had three really great moments the last few years here, but okay. The first one, obviously, in 2024, winning MLS Next Pro at our seniors in our current senior. The second one was winning the MLS Next Pro Invitational last year, which is really important as well. And obviously, this moment, opening the stadium, opening this facility. Again, we talked a little bit about the belief from the club to do this for us. We talked about the purpose the club has for you guys, and by God, you guys are ready.
After a very exciting win for the home team, many fans stuck around to enjoy a spectacular fireworks show to celebrate the first ever game here at Texas held Mansfield Stadium, the first of many to come. Signing off for MLS Next Pro, Moises Linares.
My name is Nathaniel James. You can call me Natty James. I'm a striker / winger from Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up in a place called La Hocata Rima. I grew up in the east side of the island. I started in a club nearby named FC Santa Rosa, and that's where I started playing football. My father, he saw that I had like my shoes were always dirty after school and stuff, and when I came home one day, I was like, I want to start to play football, and he was like, you want to start to play football? So my father was actually the one who started like carrying me out on the field, started passing, kicking, running, teaching me running techniques, everything. Then he got me into football because he used to play as well. After that, I just started playing, and I've been playing ever since. I was in Jablote, and I was playing youth football there. So at that time, I got selected for the under-15 national team. At the time, I was just so happy just to play and just to be around this environment, and I was just so excited for my future and what I could do, and yeah, it's been going good so far. I remember actually getting called to train when I was 15 as well. So I was training with the national team since I was like 15, and then I made my professional debut when I was 18, and then I made my competitive debut when I was 19. It was against Jamaica in Jamaica. I came on, played like 15 minutes. I was so nervous. It was good though, it was good. I came on, had some nice touches, played really well, played as a striker, and yeah, I enjoyed it. And my first competitive debut, I actually scored in it. So I came on for like 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of the game, and scored the winning goal, and it was in a CONCACAF Nations League game. It was one of the best feelings I've had in my life. When I was younger, I used to take a lot from different players. I think Messi and then Neymar were the two players that I would always look up to, like just watching football, because I was supported Barcelona when I was younger. And when I was like 15, like I started playing as like a cam, like a number 10. So I started watching like Dybala, and I wanted to be just like Dybala. I wanted to play like him, same left foot, same. I just wanted to move and play like him. So I think Dybala, I already did my research, see what it was all about, Texas or whatever. And then I had a meeting with Coach Gall. John, he gave me a call. It was like everything I ever wanted. He just told me about everything. He was like talking about the new stadium, Mansfield, showing me how good it's gonna be, the environment, and I just fell in love immediately. And I knew that I wanted to be here. I wanted to like put my best foot forward for this opportunity, and I've been trying my best. I've been giving my best every day, so I just want to continue that. From the first day I came here, I was like, I just want to play well, play good. I want to score, I want to assist, I want to help the team in any way possible, you know. So as of right now, my goal is just to help the team make playoffs and see how good we can do this season, see how far we can go, and I think we have a really good shot.
Ortiz is onto a cutting, denied by Cruz. And an amazing save by Pedro Cruz. And Pedro Cruz with a third save.
A lot of pressure on the ball. Ending hit, what a save!
Saved by Cruz. Pierce cross in front. Reflex save by Cruz.
Decent ball in. Great save again. My goodness. Worldly stop from Pedro Cruz.
Parker John for the equalizer. Stop. And saved by Mackey. McGrath stopped by Will Mackey.
Now sends one in. Oh, Mackey! How did he do it?
Sliding it across. Will Mackey standing on his head.
And he stopped.
It's another great save from Mackey.
Will Mackey said no.
Goalie Wars, presented by Old Spice, returns as part of the All-Star Skills Challenge, presented by AT&T on July 28th. And we must mention that multiple MLS Next Pro alums will be on hand to take the field in the 2026 MLS All-Star Game, presented by Chime, on July 29th from Charlotte. And with that, we welcome you back here to William Rollins Stadium, where we have an opportunity to check out some of the scores and schedule around MLS Next Pro. Of course, we got the big one today, but tomorrow, a full trio of games. Connecticut and New York, Sporting Kansas City 2 and Minnesota United 2, and then Real Monarchs and Tacoma Defiance as the nightcap before we get into some of the midweek action for next week. Just 10 weeks left in the MLS Next Pro season that will end at the end of September. Really going to hit the stretch run before we know it. Ventura County in position to get a big result today. So let's see how that first half went down. Here's a look at our halftime highlights between Ventura County FC and LAFC 2. It was really the visitors who got off to the strongest start in this match. Mahalik with a step over, a shot on his left foot, but Ventura County doing well to close down the angle on LAFC 2's leading goal scorer. And then it was this corner kick that sparks the first goal. A battle at the back post. Gracia sticking with it and sticking it in the back of the net. 1-0 Ventura County. That was after 25 minutes. And then very quickly after, Eric Preston intercepts in the low phase of the build for LAFC. And it's a quick couple of passes, comes right back to Preston. After the unlucky deflection, he is alert and alive. Tapping in for 2-0. So that is how VCFC went into the lead in that first half. And they hold a 2-goal advantage at the break. But no lead has been safe historically in this rivalry. Only once in 10 all-time matchups have both teams failed to score. So we will see what the second 45 has in store for us after this short break.
fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us through the halftime break. Parker Johnson here with you on this beautiful evening in Southern California. 78 degrees in Thousand Oaks on the campus of Cal Lutheran University here at William Rollins Stadium, the home of Ventura County, where they have built up a 2-goal lead at halftime over their crosstown rivals, LAFC 2, trying to get a little revenge from last night. LAFC with that 3-0 win in El Tráfico, the LA Galaxy second team trying to turn that thing around. First half goals from Placius and Preston have them in the lead. But as we know in this rivalry, no lead is safe. LAFC was able to overturn a 1-0 halftime deficit to take a 3-1 advantage the first time they met back in May, before that game finished 3-2. And last time they played here, it looked like a VCFC win all the way until stoppage time, when last year, DeCarlo Guerra struck in stoppage time to force a shootout. So especially if LAFC can get one back here, you just never know. That next goal is going to be so crucial. Both teams with the firepower to do it. And in particular for LAFC 2, they've got a loaded bench. Got some good attacking options. Nathan Martiresco, Marius Ionero back on the bench for them as well. Jacob Machuca, who has started 10 matches this season, available in attack off the bench. Ventura County, a lot less options. They do have Isaac Luna and Kai Ena, who scored the 2 goals last time out against Whitecaps 2. But besides that, a couple academy kids and a couple defenders. Nobody who has played more than 3 times on the bench outside of Isaac Luna. And once again, for anybody who may have joined us late, Ventura County still without a number of key figures. Dylan Vanny, missing his 3rd straight game. Gabriel Arnold's not in for this one. Instead, it's Magana playing midfield. Troy Gersma, Arno Villamignana out of the team as well. We do have Chris Rindov, the first team center back, who is pairing with Martinez and allowing Magana to step in midfield. Ventura County, usually a team that's pretty beholden to their 3 at the back system, but they've gone with 4 today, and it's worked out quite well, matching LAFC and that 4-3-3 that is such a big part of their identity. Matt Taylor, such a great tactician. Every time we get a chance to talk on the phone, always learn something new. And that extra wrinkle that he threw in, going outside the norm with his starting lineup and his formation, really paying off for Ventura County. What it has allowed them to do is be a little more solid off the ball. Some different patterns when they play in possession, but they were able to break quickly for their second goal. Once they had a lead and could sit off, LAFC 2 ended up with about 60% possession in that first half. So they are the ones winning the possession battle, which their coach Fabian Sandoval said was going to be key in this match. Ventura County proving effective playing against the ball in their different formational look. Preston defends. Santiago coming forward. Kosakov looking for space at the edge of the box. Crowded out. Plays forward to Santiago. There's the shot. Lambert active at the edge of the box. Left-footed try at the near post. Clawed behind by Sebastian Conlon. Early pressure from LAFC in the second half. Going back post by Nava. A flying knee there from Christian Diaz. Not exactly what he intended to do with that one. And a goal kick to spell the pressure. LAFC trying to win it back high up the pitch. As a team, 10.7 interceptions per game, which ranks third in MLS Next Pro. Showing their tendency to try to pressure high up the field, cut out those passing lanes. Kept a clean sheet last time out against Portland, a 0-0 result. Timbers 2 took on penalties. Talking to Fabian Sandoval about that performance, said he was really proud with the defensive display. And the best moments that they created were all out of pressuring high up the pitch, winning it back and moving quickly. Trying to recreate that formula against Ventura County. Nava. Kaplan rolls it up to Tommy Mahalik. LAFC's leading goal scorer with 6 on the year. Kosikov. Lambert darts between two and gets the whistle from Ilor Matisu. A free kick here for LAFC in promising position. A number of attackers will surely be licking their lips here. The prospect of a 23-yard free kick drawn by Liam Lambert. How much contact was there, though? He was looking for the call. Not whatever was needed in the eyes of the official. I mentioned it in the first half, but there was a real game-changing moment just before Ventura County's first goal. LAFC could have been awarded a penalty, didn't get the call. Ventura County scored right after that, the opening goal. I'm trying to take advantage of the referee's whistle as the decision goes their way. 5 in the wall in blue for Ventura County. 3 of LAFC's own as Mahalik stands over it. It's Tommy Mahalik over the wall and round the outside of the near post. That'll look pretty good from here. Hard to tell exactly how far off the post that was, but Conlon was taking no chances. He was at full stretch. Just tell by the arc. There's that trajectory that gets you excited as a viewer, commentator like myself. You know when they hit it right. Misses by a margin. That's why he set up such a big wall. Can get it around and still might not put it on frame. Space in the channel again for Mahalik. Very well read by Conlon off his line. VCFC is brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American-owned franchisee, the McMorrow Family Restaurants Group, with over 48 locations in Southern California. McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. Mason Vanny, quiet on the right for Ventura County. Playing in a more advanced role today in this 4-2-3-1 setup. Often deployed as a fullback or a wingback. Only player to start every game this season for Ventura County. Delgado with the risky pass inside. The second chance at it and hacks it clear. Garcia, touch into space, has the back line to run at. Vinny Garcia. The angle was always against Mason Vanny. Not the best decision in that transition moment from a young man in Garcia, who has shown a tendency to typically get those decisions right. That's what makes him such a hotly tipped prospect. Not only ranked as the top in the entire LA Galaxy Academy, but within the top 50 overall in U.S. Soccer Collective's rankings for future men's national team players. Garcia is featured at multiple levels, most recently for the United States under-17s. And he's done it in big games, too. He's made his name very well known in Los Angeles. Had a goal and an assist against LAFC in his first participation in this derby back in May. Always makes me feel old when I see those players on the roster with 2010 in their birth date category. But Garcia was the first in that 2010 class to ever play in MLS Next Pro. Quite a few have followed in his footsteps. And now we're seeing 2011s even. The tides of time continue to turn. That was a late challenge. It wasn't a hard one, but enough to draw a conversation with Sebastian Nava from Ilorm Atisu. Happy to keep his card in his pocket for now. We've only had the one booking in this match. It was Garcia. Get the sense that that may be the last warning here in the second half. Temperature only likely to increase. Preston over the top. Went a little early. Offside is the decision against the Ventura County winger. Score of our first goal back in the 25th minute. Or rather, he scored the second in the 30th. It was Placias on the first. And that was Nava again. I think it was against the same player as well, Brett Fan. think that's the point that the Ventura County staff and players are making. Well, it was not Nava. It was Carlo Guerra. So that may have spared him. But the exact same type of tackle. Reflecting on a 3-2 defeat for Ventura County the last time these teams met in the SoCal Clasico, Matt Taylor said that in the second half, a big reason that LAFC took control of the proceedings was that the game got more physical. They brought on a couple of substitutions who were older, more experienced players. He felt like that really turned the tide of the match. In Ventura County, a team that has gone so young this year, and much like tonight, they've carried a short bench through a lot of their contests, especially on the road. That was the case back in May, and we're seeing a little bit of that come into this second half. Rodriguez slamming Preston to the turf. The referee has given the decision against Preston, it appears. A free kick for LAFC. And he's got a word for Preston after all of that. Looks like he motioned for him to get up. Don't be so dramatic. But there was a coming together with he and Rodriguez. And he's got 6 yellow cards on the season. I'll keep an eye on those two on the far side. Lambert. Pull it forward to Kosakov. Mason Vanny. A little tug back on Skylar Kaplan. Clever one, but referee keeping a close eye on things. Christian Diaz. Santiago. Rodriguez. Magana with a strong challenge, and the lash out afterwards. Magana has been sent off. Provoked by Ernesto Rodriguez. And he took the bait. Let's see it again. Top of your picture. There's a stamp. There's a coming together. Contact live. Rodriguez makes the most of it. And after sparking that last interaction with Eric Preston, now he gets Magana in the mix. And the 19-year-old center back has been sent off for Ventura County. He's told to get off by the traveling LAFC fans. Fuera, they say. Back to the showers. As he rips off his jersey and goes down the tunnel. Well, this is a game-changing moment. It was building, truth be told, over these first 15 minutes of the second half. And finally, the flashpoint arrives in the 62nd minute. Matt Taylor asking to make a sub down below us. Not granted that opportunity right now from the official. This is going to be a challenging situation. They were already down their starting midfielder in Gabriel Arnold. So Magana, who's more of a center back, was filling in at that spot for Ventura County. They've only got 5 outfield players on the bench. One of them was just signed. Not sure how fit he is. The only natural midfielder is Angel Villatoro. He's only got 22 minutes of professional experience. Now the dangerous Mahalik. While Taylor considers his potential changes, Vanny schemes forward. He's got Julian Placias on the right wing. Chopping back, dropping his defender. Help comes from Kaplan. Placias earns the foul. That's exactly what the doctor ordered there for Ventura County, as now they can make some subs. Ventura County Credit Union, VCFC, is powered by Ventura County Credit Union. Ventura County's trusted member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first service since 1950, bringing VCFC to all communities as their credit union partner and community sponsor. So now the chance for Ventura County to make their subs. Isaac Luna comes in. And this will spark a shift. Potentially in formation. If they just go with the exit of Magana and they bring Luna in as a midfielder. Typically see him more as a winger for Ventura County this season. If he plays in midfield, could be just a good old 4-4-1 that a lot of teams will go to down a man. If so, that's Luna partnering with Brett Fan. Two 17-year-olds in the center of the park to try to see this thing out. They've got a 2-goal cushion, and that is the most important part right now. And the man they had to sacrifice to make that switch is Vinny Garcia. Navigating far side, Ernesto Rodriguez. A darting run in behind. As the numbers advantage starting to show for LAFC, and they've earned themselves a corner. The earlier they can find a goal, the higher the chances of a comeback. Out-swinging ball, Guerra's header. It will stay in play to the benefit of Conlon. Now you can hear Fabian Sandoval barking out some orders as he tries to adjust to the changes from Taylor and VCFC. Game of cat and mouse that will go on here as the visitors try to come back 11 on 10 after Magana's red card. A straight red just 4 minutes ago. Lashing out and pushing at the head of this man, Ernesto Rodriguez, who drives towards the byline, flicks off the defender, shouts for handball. The referee didn't think twice about it. More subs on the way. Mahalik passes off the captain's armbands as he will depart. On comes Marius Ionero and Jacob Machuca. Like Kosakov was the other player to be subbed out for LAFC. So Mahalik, Kosakov off. A change in the front line to bring on Ionero and Machuca. Here is Machuca, fresh into the action. Defended by Sebastian Hernandez. Kaplan. Chuka does enough to draw the corner. Last off, Mason Vanny. The siege continues. This will feel like a long 22 minutes ahead for Ventura County FC. Nava recycles. Preston was the only outlet for VCFC. Sebastian Nava, the former LA Galaxy. Like so many of these guys who have played for both teams in the past, they've grown up playing against each other at various levels. So many connections between the two teams. Great turnout from those in both colors here at William Rollins Stadium, and a tense finish to come over the next 20 minutes. LAFC got the win the first time they met this year. Guerra has a hit. Ventura County in great position to try to even the series. Guerra looking for the spectacular. There has to be some way for Ventura County to hold on to the ball. Gracias is a great outlet, but he will need players underneath him to pick it up and try to draw fouls like Vanny does there, but his connivery seen through by the referee. Not falling for it. Rodriguez has switched flanks. He attacks from the left. Lambert from the right. Nava playing quarterback. Swung in. Back post. Rodriguez. Like he was trying to square that as much as anything, but nobody there through the middle. Pioneero was closest. What you have to say about Ernesto Rodriguez of LAFC is that he knew the moment. You saw just moments before the red card, he tried to get in the head of Eric Preston. Didn't work out. He goes the other way. He finds another guy to pick on. Magana takes the bait. He makes the most of it. But in games like this, that can be the difference. Your team is getting dominated. It's 2-0. You haven't had a sniff at goal. You need something to change the match. And if they are simple enough to fall for it, that is a play that can help your team win. He's given the opportunity for Magana to draw red. He has seen it. And now Rodriguez's team is at least up a man, while they still trail by 2 goals. And here he is on the ball. The Oxnard College product, whose pass is a little too far in front of Sebastian Nava. That's the type of experience that Matt Taylor talked about his guys needing to learn here in Next Pro. He's got so much talent coming through the academy at LA Galaxy. But this young group this season has had moments where they haven't kept their head, and it has come back to bite them. It happens against these more experienced guys, against these pros, against these former college players, brought in to help in that development process for both. This is one great example in the most heated of rivalries. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ombi Mobile, featuring premium 5G, unlimited talk and text, and exclusive access to the Ombi Club, where you can earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at ombimobile.com. Meanwhile, 2 more reinforcements for Ventura County. They have taken off the striker, Julian Placias, who scored in this match, bringing on Kai Aina to try to help with some of the hold-up play. And the other sub for them, they bring on Jeremy Giese. These are the changes for Ventura County again. And take off Eric Preston. That's a switch on the left wing, but Giese, this guy's a left back, a more defensive player, a new signing for VCFC. Meanwhile, 2 subs as well for LAFC, the ones you just saw come into the match. Into it, Giuliano Whitchurch and Luke Goodman, a pair of center backs into the match. And out comes Skylar Kaplan and Christian Diaz. So 2 defenders on, 2 defenders off. Eric Diaz will move out to left back. Some fresh legs along the back line, keeping guys who are on minute restrictions from overworking themselves here at the 75-minute mark. LAFC have made 2 changes in attack, 2 changes in defense. They try to take advantage of this man-up opportunity with a quarter of an hour remaining in El Trafichico. Both teams tied on 29 points. Ventura County for now 5th in the West. LAFC 2 in 6th. Both teams in playoff position. But this match has a lot more to do than just the outcome in the standings. It's bragging rights. Lambert. Well defended. This is our first look at Jeremy Giese, who carried it away and kept it for VCFC. Nava enjoying a lot more time on the ball. Rodriguez. Eric Diaz. Opens up for Guerra. Leon, says the referee. Fired back post over everyone's head. Disappointing service from LAFC 2. Ventura County has defended so well in this match. Coming into today, 13th in the league in terms of goals against per game. They've given up 27. They have 4 clean sheets on the season. Adjusted their shape, went to 4 at the back, and worked out well. LAFC have had the strong majority of possession. That number will only grow higher towards the end of this contest with the man advantage, but Ventura County has stepped at the right moments. They've made crosses difficult, and when the ball has gone in the box, they have swarmed to it. Even since going up a man, nothing better than half chances towards the edge of the 18-yard box. There was that free kick earlier in the half from Mahalik when it was still 11-on-11. And the first half header from Lambert still stands out as the best opportunity for LAFC. Conlin's made a number of simple saves. LAFC needs to dig a little deeper. They really want to put some pressure on this 2-goal lead. Guerra resisting the shot. A tight block formed by all 9 outfield players for VCFC. Even Aina here, the nominal striker, back defending. Ionero dragging the shot wide. And again, it's a pot shot from outside the box. But for Ionero, the substitute striker, Canadian under-20 international, that will be a sighter for him. Just their last game against Portland did Ionero. Nava. Strong whistle. Points at Isaac Luna. This will be a booking for Brett Fan. And we had one other sub for LAFC with Fabian Sandoval going to the bench. Another look at the contact from Fan. It's light, but it's late. Another striker enters the match. Nathan Murderesco. He takes out Lambert, a central midfield player. So this is a little more of a full send from Fabian Sandoval. They've used all 5 subs now as well, LAFC. Last off the visitors, so Conlin will take his time with this goal kick. Looking for his 5th clean sheet of the season. And sending it as far away from his net as he can. Final 10 minutes here on MLSNextPro.com and One Football. My name is Parker Johnson. So glad to have your company tonight from Southern California. The 11th edition of El Trafichico. So far looking like the opposite result as the MLS fixture between the first teams last night, where LAFC won 3-0. First half goals from Palacios and Preston. 2-goal cushion. Made a lot more uncomfortable by the red card, a straight red for Pepe Magana in the second half. That came in the 62nd minute, but really there have not been a lot of big chances for LAFC in the 20 minutes since. Guerra. Wide right and well above the frame of the soccer goal. He's tried a few from out there. And once again, if you're looking at it from a Ventura County perspective, they will take those shots over and over again until the end of the match if LAFC want to take them. Very low percentage looks. Dana booting it out. One of the last looks in next pro for Kai Aina, the Ventura County striker. plays college soccer at Duke. Just scored his first professional goal. A late one against Whitecaps FC 2 that didn't end up meaning much in the end, as LAFC, or Ventura County rather, dropped that match 3-2 last time out. Whether or not he scores, his job now is to put in a shift. Try to keep hold of the ball high up the pitch if possible. And if not, come back and help defend. We'll have to concede a couple of fouls like this one. That's the yellow for Luna, not Fan. Both central midfielders have been booked for Ventura County after their starting defensive midfielder was the one who was sent off. Luna just caught with the ball rolling through, and he knew what he had to do. Nava looking for Ionero. The shot from Nardaresco. Well saved by Conlon. The look is so good, though. That's why you have two strikers out there at the same time. As soon as Ionero had his back to goal and knew he wouldn't be able to craft a shot for himself or take it down with enough time, he looked for his teammate, who peeled off well and was in position to strike. Hernandez with the run in behind Eric Diaz. Church over to cover. It's the throw for LAFC 2. One win on the road for LAFC this season. It would take something special to change their fortunes here. A dogged performance defensively by Ventura County. Sebastian Nava curled with in-swing. He holds his hands up, but he's the one who delivered the ball. Overcooked it for the two strikers that were in there. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Still to play here at William Rollins Stadium. Rodriguez picking up steam. Two defenders along with him. Steps over to the byline. Back post ball. Who's arriving for LAFC? They get in each other's way. And now it's Guerra. On the rebound. Left foot. Out to Rodriguez. Another cross. Loose in the area. Out comes Conlon. Takes a hit. Out coming out for Ventura County. Like the official will make his way over to the touchline to dish out a yellow card to one of the coaches here. That is Matt Taylor, who's upset, the Ventura County head coach. I think he didn't like the contact on his goalkeeper on that last play. Conlon certainly could have made more of it, especially when you compare the force of contact and the area of the contact being pretty high up on Conlon to the one that Magana was sent off for. Understand the case that Taylor was making. He'll be happy if his team goes home with 3 points. They're always good against your rivals, but the circumstances have made them even sweeter. Should it stay this way. And if LAFC just keep fouling them, it's only going to make it that much easier. Playing right into Ventura County's hands. Last off LA. Ventura County throw. Three more minutes of second half stoppage time. Sounds like Ventura County are trying to get a sub in. And the referee's not allowing it for now. That points off the corner flag and went out for another throw. Mason Vanny is trying to force the sub himself. He's ready to walk his way off. Finally allowed by the referee. On comes Viatoro, the academy player, Mason Vanny. Doing a good shift on the right. See if that's enough for Ventura County to get through stoppage time. A little less than 2 minutes remaining, and they've got another corner. Successfully wasting time as far away from goal as possible. LAFC has to back it up. Ventura County can do it again. 90 seconds left now. 3 Ventura County players walling off in front of the ball. Well, that's not football, but it's exactly what they need to do. How they break, they sprint back. Then LAFC trying to launch one more attack. 2 goals would take a miracle from here. Ventura County want that clean sheet. Down a man since the 62nd minute. Crossed in from the right. Ionero. It's an accidental touch as much as anything. Conlon happy to fall on it. In conversation with Eric Diaz. Conlon will get a yellow. He's asking to see if the assistant referee saw something that the head official did not. Was there a little bit of a kick out from the LAFC player? Referee still got the yellow card in his hand. And that's Conlon. The Ventura County goalkeeper, who is waving at the section of LAFC fans who have made the journey here. A lot of noise coming from Los Doce as well at home for Ventura County, but Conlon really getting in the heads of his opponent. Big whistle, but not the final one just yet. Both teams need to get this thing over the line. Don't want to lose another player in the mess. Shielded off by Ventura County. Knocked out for a throw. Whistle is in the mouth of the referee. And that is it. Ventura County level the season series. A display of strength in this El Clasico. 2 first-half goals. Down to 10 in the second half for more than half an hour. But they see out the clean sheet and the 2-goal victory. Ventura County improve on their position as 5th place in the West. Their 8th win of the season, taking down their crosstown rivals before they meet again for the 3rd and final time in September. And so we take our man of the match presented by Adidas is Julian Gracias. He scored the first goal. Here's a look at it. Cut off his man at the back post. Knocked it in for the opener. There was really no chances in this match before that. But he got things started back in the 25th minute. He also was key in creating the second goal for Eric Preston just 5 minutes later. And although he had to be sacrificed as a sub in the second half, it's Placias, the difference maker yet again, with his 7th goal of the season for Ventura County. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, my name is Parker Johnson. Once again, our final score is Ventura County 2, LAFC 0. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and so long from SoCal.